So my name is Olivier Berthier. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Moneythor. At Moneythor, we're doing real-time customer analytics for banks, and I'm basically running the company. And being very hands-on and a bit of a techie background, I'm actually touching about everything in the company. So for someone in the financial services space, working for a bank and wanting to go into a FinTech, I would probably recommend them to be ready for a ride. It's not glamorous. It's something that a lot of folks not working in those small entities are not realizing is that it's a fight of every day. There's a much broader set of skills which is required. Even if you have an expertise in a particular area, you are actually called to fight fires on topics which go way beyond your comfort zone on a daily basis. So having a blend of tech skills, business skills, functional skills is something which is pretty crucial when you're working in a much smaller organization than a bank. The jump is primarily, and the difference is primarily cultural, is the fact that you don't have anymore a big organization supporting you on a daily basis. Well, it comes with some great things. The red tape and the political battles are basically non-existent, or should be in most of the cases. But the lack of structure, the lack of environment that you can lean on your day job is actually probably the biggest difference. So I would not really talk about skill sets missing, but more that willingness to go beyond the comfort zone and to do and work on things that are not necessarily part of a very well-defined role. I don't think there's fundamentally something dramatically different from other industries where people would jump from an MNC to a small entity, to a startup or an SME. There are a few additional things specific to the financial services space which have to be taken into account, which create that transition, which make that transition a little bit different. The fact that there's so much regulatory framework to follow, and the fact that compared to some other industries, there's still an expectation that you will come with a lot of expertise. So the breadth and depth of your experience is valued quite a lot within FinTech startups. You see probably in e-commerce a lot more young founders than you see in the FinTech space. And that's probably one of the big differences. Apart from that, the lack of structure, the roller coaster ride on a daily basis is probably similar to other industries. So there are different types of FinTechs out there. Let's broadly split them between the B2C and the B2B. I'm going to talk primarily from the B2B point of view, because that's the space we're in. I don't think really the requirements have evolved that much in the last few years. There's still an expectation that you will know the space you want to sell your technology into well. There's been actually a lot more funding being made available, so I guess somehow financial skills might be a little bit more required, not so much to build your product, but to manage your investors and all that opportunity you have to raise capital. But apart from this, I don't think the true value or the true skills that you need in order to build and deliver value have changed that much in the last few years. So in FinTech, there is the word tech. And I'm seeing quite a few of our peers coming to this space by having a pretty strong fin element on their CV, but lacking a little bit the tech element. And starting with a beautiful idea, but the first mission being to look for a technical co-founder, to me is not a really great way to start. So I would really suggest making sure that the tech skills are deeply embedded in the original core founders of the venture, and that it's not just an idea and a few business spreadsheets that have been put together. So building upon the tech skills, and ideally having founders that have some kind of experience, and I'm talking about hands-on expertise with tech, is definitely some recommendation I would do.